That tale was mostly true, and this one's mostly too. For the sea remembers you, but forgets the lies you knew. Oh, they say we're wanted in Procampur. They say our luck is running out. When you get lost in the Underdark, will anyone hear you shout? Do you ever stop and wonder what's beneath the sea of fallen stars?
All right, I'm going to kick it off. So, session 74, welcome back. Fool's Landing, Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd Edition campaign, set in the Forgotten Realms. And I'm Jamie, I'll be the Dungeon Master. We've got 3 players here tonight. I assure you they're all here, although Roll20's having some issues. They are all present, and I'm going to have them introduce themselves and their characters real quick, starting with Wayne. Hello.
Hello, I am Wayne. I am playing a 6th level cleric, priest of Valkur, aquatic elf, and pretty damn close to 7th, I believe.
Actually, I don't think I have XP through 73 here, but you are closing the gap. You are very, very close. You're less than 3,000. You're actually less than 2,000. Coming right up on it. Yeah. Good. Next up is Brandon.
Hello, I am Brandon. I am playing Nog, a 7th level Shadow Priest Shadow Thief Minotaur.
You said Shadow Priest for Minotaur. That might be his other calling. But you did just defeat a priest, so that's kind of probably what we're gonna have to recap here in a second. But good to have you. And then last is Chris.
Hey there, I'm playing Kurza, a full elf, 6th level wizard, 5th level scout.
Awesome. So we've got the 3 here today. And where we're picking up is actually over the body of Arvin, who was the corrupted high priest of Ogma from Procampur, and you defeated him last session, burst into his chamber where he seemed to be carrying out the will of Veridis and continuing some of the enchantments that seem to drain energy from occupants of the tower, amongst other things, and you have now seemingly disrupted that and killed him. So Arvin lay dead here, and I believe that you will notice that there, although not pictured here, there are still these bodies of ancient elves that sit in these chairs that were somehow lured here and seemingly trapped here and drained of life themselves. So a circle of mummies, ancient mummies, if you will, sit in these chairs, and no longer are they being meddled with, given that Arvin has fallen. So that's, I think, just the quick pickup of where we're at. There's probably a lot more we can cover about what you did last session, but you are on the 4th floor of Veridis' tower right now, and you have with you a couple of followers who, again, are just there in the background in all of these scenes, unless you give me some other direction about where they're going. And then, I don't know, I'm just going to pull up the tower map, I think, and maybe give you guys this to go by so you can see where we're at. Where we left off was here, and in the circle specifically where you had slain Arvin. So that's where we'll pick up.
Goodies on him.
Yeah, I think that he did. He did. Let me just double check what he has.
I would like to see how these elves are adorned.
Yeah, we didn't have the ability to really look at them much the first time through.
Yeah,
as I recall.
Ring or 2 or class. Never know. It's old school, man. If you don't look, you might miss it.
True.
No such thing as like perception checks. You read the old modules and they're like, if the party searches, and then if they don't, okay.
You don't see squat accidentally.
That's right.
Okay. Sorry, I'm looking for my... You're searching Arvin first. All right. So Arvin was wearing... Let's see. I'm going to make sure. Okay,
It looks
so
like the last entry is like just herbs from the base of Varodis Tower. I don't think I see anything.
yeah, that might have been when you guys left the tower to go down below and regroup and heal.
Yeah.
I think that's what that was probably referring to, is
I think
grabbing
we
a few of those.
grabbed some of the before we came up to do this too, if I remember correctly.
Remember that we actually took this guy out in about 2 rounds.
It was
Mostly thanks to
a
Brandon.
20, couple big rolls smashed him actually. Yeah, it was quick. It was fairly quick. So he does have on him a mace, a ring. I'll list these. Scroll, cloak. What else does he have? He has a, what is this? Oh, okay, he has some gold and platinum on him as well. A pearl. There you go. Mace, ring, scroll, cloak, pearl, gold, platinum. And then as you take a closer look at the elves who are trapped in the room, Seharn had mentioned this.
So, tactically, Chris, how's your spell slots? I've only used 3 slots myself since our last rest.
I only cast one of my 2 fireballs.
Just for my knowledge or the party knowledge, are we right? Who is writing that stuff down, or am I putting it in the bag of holding or something?
You can do that. I don't know who's keeping a list. I'm not.
I think I'm down just 1 fireball.
I will. Nod will start picking up the stuff and sticking it in the bag of holding.
Okay. Neither of you are really hurt, right?
No.
Definitely not sticking the coins inside of his pocket.
Okay.
The few coins drop on the floor as Nod is trying to fumble a few extra into his pocket. They just happen to fall on the floor. Oh my goodness.
That's all right, man. You delivered the crushing blow at
He
the
did.
beginning
That he
and
did.
at the end of that battle.
You could take a little extra something on the side for that, for sure.
2 24s, was it? Yeah, 2 24s of damage. That was awesome.
Just leave me the pearl, man.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Arvin? I
So-
think that, again, probably like you might actually roll a wisdom check here in this spot. I think this is probably a fair place to make some considerations about the fallen.
Yeah, it's kind of like, do we want to just roll them into the bag of holding or
What,
leave 'em
Arvin?
here? Yeah.
Leave
Yeah,
him.
you might feel compelled to bring something back to the temple to I mean, after all, he is the one that resurrected you, Seharn, and he also raised
Now
Shalger.
that you bring that up and make me feel guilty.
And we don't want them to become undead either.
Well, yeah, you would remember that. You would certainly remember that he gave you life. He brought you back to life. So,
Were there-
I was just thinking he turned evil and corrupt.
yeah, oh no, he
Right.
deserved what he
You're
got.
right.
But
And
as
he-
far as he
Yeah.
didn't want to be here. He definitely, in a way, you guys sort of delivered an item to him that ended him, brought him in,
Yeah,
and corrupted him.
The whole temple being closed and shuttered, it is kind of our fault. You're right.
But actually, here's the thing. If you guys had held on to that crown, it would have consumed one of you. And it was starting to do things to your group. And you didn't have it for very long. So getting rid of it probably was a blessing there in disguise. But it wasn't like you guys knew that and dumped it on him, knowing it was going to destroy his mind.
And it would have been bad if our mage was taken over.
Yes. Yes, it would have been.
Just to be
Yes.
clear, you
Cast
have
resist
2
fire
cloaks.
on myself first. And
Yes,
then
right.
fireball on myself.
We'll confiscate his book, and we can only, learn whatever spells we dictate.
The ones he hasn't been able to learn are the only ones left. Yeah.
The safe
right.
spells.
But
Just to be clear, you have 2 cloaks there. It's only supposed to be 1, right?
No, so the second cloak, boots, and helmet are actually magic items that you are able to recover from the elves, and
And
the
how
cloak
do we know they're
above
magic?
is from the Arvin, the priest.
Are you giving that to us? I'll take off a spell slot.
Yeah, I'm giving that to you. I figured you're searching the elves, and you're not probably just gonna reach and grab every mundane item on them. I think using a detect magic there, it would be the right way to
All right,
go.
I'll burn the spell slot.
Are the
Assuming we
elves
lay everything
so
out
high?
from Arvin and everything, whatever's magic.
Right.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you. I only have a 10% chance per level of even telling you the sphere. But
It's
I
not
could
bad. 10% chance per level means you're what, 60? Are you level 6 or so?
Yes, but I
Okay.
cannot tell you a diversion of a spell. So I can tell you
Yeah.
something's magical and it's in this sphere. That's it.
Yeah. Well, sometimes
Yeah.
that's helpful. Sometimes that's better than nothing for sure. Definitely better
Well, you
than
know,
nothing.
Yeah.
not a wily wizard.
Those
Now, can
wily
I just
wizards.
read the scroll to see if it's arcane or divine?
Yeah, let's see. This is.
And if it's divine, maybe I can find out what the
It is
spell is.
divine.
Or rather, if it's arcane, find out. And you said
Yeah.
it's divine?
It is divine.
I kind of figured, but
And
Did restoration spell?
well,
It's way above
gee,
anything.
Seharn, you should probably
Yes.
take a read and see what it is.
I've got 7 hit points and a useless point of strength to recover.
It would be for the level drain. You would want to save restoration for the level drain.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's what I got from the level drain.
Ah,
Or from the hit. I didn't get a level drain. I lost a point of strength and 7 hit points.
that will recover over time, I believe.
Believe at the time DM said it was permanent.
what is this that we're talking about? I'm sorry. What
The last
drain?
time we fought the mist phantoms.
That recovers. So, are you talking about strength? Was
I
it
lost
strength?
1 point of strength and 7 hit points. Yes.
Okay, yeah. The strength does recover after your rest. So you would
Okay.
fully recover your strength after rest.
Frick yeah, I got 9 strength again.
You're back.
Back.
Oh, right.
The gun shows back.
All
So
right.
this is, let's see, the scroll you're looking at. I assume Seharn. This is who we have. Looking for Arvin real quick. All right, so this is a scroll of Commune.
Give me a moment to remember what the heck that is.
It's
But I didn't
scroll
write
of
it down.
Commune.
6th or 7th level spell. Or 5th. Pretty high up there.
5th level.
Yeah.
It's a 5th level priest spell. It allows you to ask questions of your deity.
In about 4 more levels.
Well, you
I
can
can
cast
use
it from the scroll.
You could scroll cast.
I could.
Yeah, it's good to have, at least in your hip pocket if you needed it.
It's labeled inside the
Yeah.
bag of holding for now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it basically would allow you to ask your deity some yes/no questions to get guidance from them, essentially, or insight from them on a subject. So, could be a really meaningful thing if you're at a fork in the road and you need
May
that
be useful on just the sort of adventure we happen to be on.
for sure.
Mhm.
For sure. All right, so
5th level.
yeah, it is. It's a very powerful spell, actually. Can be. You guys are still in the circle here, kind of clearing out these objects, maybe probably thinking about identifying them later, I'm guessing. And yeah, you basically have dispelled seemingly whatever it was that was causing energy drain, and you can kind of feel different after Arvin's fallen here. Definitely the tower feels different to you, and whatever that time draining effect was seems to have been dispelled momentarily, at least.
Well, I was wondering about that.
Are the elves alive in any sense?
He said they were ancient.
They are not.
Mummified.
They are not. They are absolutely mummified.
You have some sort of arcane spell, and you can
Could
transmute
speak with
the dead
dead
elves.
or
Yeah.
something along
Yeah.
those lines, maybe. But
Also beyond my current level, and not to my taste, to be honest.
I have a whole lot of spells that I can learn, but 8 of them. Somewhere between 2nd and 9th level.
9th level? Wow.
Mordenkainen's Disjunction Scroll. That's
Nice. That's teed up for. That is in the back of the book right now. Yeah.
yeah, it's just kind of like sitting there going like teasing me. Yes, you'll never have this. You can look at it all you want, but you'll never get to use it.
Do you still have a bunch of other books that we collected a long time ago and just packed away? I know there's a couple sessions you weren't here, and we stuck a bunch of books away and gave them to you.
I gave a lot of books to the defunct temple.
Yep. The temple received a lot of your books.
That's true. That's true. We did give a lot away.
Yeah, I have a book now with some flowers in it from number 10, whatever that means.
Okay.
I have dwarven elven papers, written notes from the fire knives, a map of dead Dumathoin dwarf.
Also, I just lied. I don't think we actually were serious about that, but apparently I can speak with dead. 3rd level spell.
Made our papers with the riddle, whatever that means.
You know,
Tower map and papers.
I think you certainly have like you have a variety of papers from your travels, and I would think that several of the pages you might have pulled some pages from the books that you had looked at because they were important to you, and you might have wanted those as reference. So I'm gonna say, mixed in with your papers, you've got a handful of loose pages and other items that touch on all subjects of everything you've kind of done, including the ancient elves, everything from that to the Lich himself and what he was up to. If someone else grabbed that group of papers, it would tell a pretty broad story, but I think that if you're looking for some specific things, you probably have, some either notes of your own. You may have even transcribed a few pages to make sure that you had sort of your own version of things before you handed all of your knowledge over to the library. So not all is lost or forgotten, but I guess at this point, since it's maybe a scattering of notes, we might roll percentages to see, like, if you're trying to look something up and see if you can verify something in your own notes.
Yeah.
We could always roll a check to see if you're able to do that based on what the subject or question is.
I thought I saw something in here somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a fair way to do it, because I would think that, again, you've done a lot of research, and you wouldn't have probably given over your own notes.
True.
In that. All right. So what are you guys thinking now as you're in the tomb of the ancient elves, basically, here? Who
was there one guy who had the cloak, boots, and helm on among 3 different people?
No, they were mixed amongst several people, but the boots and helm came from the same person.
Oh heck, we could always take our dead cleric's body and throw a dead dwarf, a dead elf in the ancient elf in the bag too.
You're gonna have a mortuary inside of this bag of holding.
Can we fit the body in the bag?
Yeah, you could fit bodies in the bag. You've done that before with other bodies. Yep. So you could
Minotaurs and everything.
Yeah.
Elves are small.
Elves are pretty small. If you want to take a collection of elves with you,
I'm only 4'11", I mean, after all.
You're taller than me, bro.
But I guess is that what your intention is? Are you, first of all, is that your intention with Arvin? is to
Yeah.
take
With
his.
Arvin, I say,
Okay.
yeah, let's take him.
Okay.
The elves
I'll
are
Only
delete him from
ages.
here.
Let's
half
not
joking on the other dwarf. On
Yeah,
the
I
other
think
elves
you're
there.
kind of putting it out there though, if there is anything else to that. But
No,
we've got Arvin
no,
scooped up.
we don't need to disturb their rest. Just let it be.
That sounds like the proper elven answer. All right.
Yeah.
So what is it that you want to
Seharn sounds
do?
like the elf, not Kurza. Interesting.
And yet you are.
Hmm.
We also have our NPCs with us, correct?
Correct. And
we
I'm just gonna
ever-
say they're shadowing you until we get into a situation where it matters. I'll drop them. No reason to have to shuffle all the extra tokens, but in this case, just to be clear, that would mean that you have the Nalara and Sereni. So you have the rogue and wizard underlings with you, and then what else? Is there anyone else that was in tow with you? I'm double checking.
The Minotaur in the bag.
Yeah,
Oh
Minotaur's
yeah,
in
we
the
got the
bag.
Minotaur in the bag too.
I think that's really it then. It's just those two, right, that are following you right now. And
Well, hey, if we get a nice, if
I
we
want to say
meet the
Molly.
Medusa, we can have her create a bunch of statues for our.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there you
Sure.
go. There you go.
Cool.
All right, so yeah, you got a couple others at least with you. Back in this main entryway, again, of course, there's sort of an aura in the center of that chamber that can be used to go up and down and out of the chamber down to the lower level. And then on this floor, I think you guys have been in several of these rooms. A couple
What was in 17F?
That was me and a myth Nod would explain to you that we use a net and like the endless cup of water to like wash away a sigil, and there was like spooky, scary ghosts in there. And after we washed away like the summoning circle in the center or whatever, it dissipated. So maybe it might be worth a look as well.
Okay. See if the ghosts came back or if they left, huh?
Right, or remade now it's summoning Death Knights, for example, but not going to look down the gem of seeing just because I don't remember from last time. I believe there's a sigil on this wall here. I think in this open area it was clear.
Yeah, there's a sigil here facing
And on the other northern
east,
wall.
and then one facing west on the northern wall. Yeah. Yep.
We came through, was it G or H that we came through the wall?
H?
Let's see.
Can we identify the sigils? to figure
You
out what
you were
level
in
trap they are?
you were in H last
I see.
session. You were in H. You came straight, and then you came straight across to D.
I think Nod wants to move to here and start looking around first, and he feels a little bit less urgent to like rush through having.
Okay. Let's see. All right. Oh, what in the world? It just errored out. Let's see. It says like when I try to roll it, it gives an error.
It might be because Roll20 is having its issues today, because it worked last time, I believe.
Yeah, I think we've done that before. That's strange. You could just roll a. You could just roll a. I'll roll a percent off. Let's see. Let's see. Was that? Okay, yeah, I see. Got it. All right. So this door, you're looking at E here. So this door, you do a thorough search of, and you don't see anything that appears to be trapped on the door.
Open the door.
You're having a hard time opening the door. Does not seem to want to budge.
Can I give it a little bit more force?
Yeah.
Is it locked?
I think that's the hardest one I can hit. Even if it's spin bars, lift gates, I think it's... Forget about that. I can attempt to do that too, if you would like.
It's just an option. We can give her a shot at it. It's
Well,
only 30%.
I mean, I'll say that he, it looks like he tried to lean into it first to see if he could budge this thing off the hinges, and Nod, you do get this thing, the door pushed in and basically separated from the hinge. So you're able to kind of maybe set the door to the side and see inside the room now. So I'm gonna delete the door here from the map for now, and then inside of this
Oh, what's
space
what?
there
Use my token
is,
just for light. Oh,
in the center of this room, in fact, you can kind of see. Let me see if I have my art for this one or not. Is this it? Yeah, okay. So you actually see inside of this room there's water dripping from the ceiling of the room into the center of the room. And in the center of the room is a dark pool on the floor. I'm gonna move you guys to a different.
what's the white etching from the other map? Okay. So there's no like pentagram.
Yeah, no, you actually see that there is like the pentagram drawing is on the floor of the room, and it's surrounding the pool itself. So it seems like it was like ritual based potentially, that this was used or created by a ritual. Along the outside of the room, there's a couple of objects, couple of different pedestals and niches. Two of them, in fact, seem to have some objects sitting there as you are standing outside the room right now looking in. There's
Before
no
Nod
other
lets
doors.
anybody walk in, he's going to take a look through the gym and see if there's anything hiding. Sigils.
Oh. Okay. Let's see.
Can you describe those objects?
No, you're not getting a closer look until I look.
All right. So the gem.
Well, I meant look into the room. You know what I
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I meant,
already-
yeah, give you a description.
So I think the water, one thing that you notice about the water that's dripping is it's like black seawater, and that the water is sort of rippling, even from like when a drop of water trickles into the water, it seems to ripple more than it should, and it's got these faint ripples at all times, and you can hear these faint whispers as you are maybe focusing on or thinking about the pool. And you start to notice that it seems like there might be some shapes in the water. But as you're looking at this Nod, you realize that this is an illusion as you look through the gem, and that the water and the pool on the floor is not really there.
What is there? Is it just a
It's
floor
just this
space?
drawing on the floor that you can see. More specifically, like what you see on the map is these sort of like a triangular drawing on the floor that seems to be ritual or something like that based.
Can I have the gem for a moment and take a look and see? We can see what kind of drawing it is.
For giggles, we cannot try to convince you that what you're seeing is an illusion, and you try to disbelieve it before you look through the gym. He wants to see if it's really an illusion. It appears to be like fake looking through the gym, but maybe it's some form of other thing like spell or something.
It should be. If you can
Let's see.
see it, then it shouldn't be anything that should really override the
The gym.
gem.
Well, yeah, no, I think it still comes down. Can
Just-
Nod like, hey, that isn't real.
So-
can you try to not believe?
You could try to disbelieve the illusion if you'd like to. I guess going back to Kurza looking through the gem, is it okay if Kurza's are you gonna let
Yes.
Kurza look through it?
Yeah.
So Kurza,
The problem's is it? What do I save against?
to disbelieve the illusion. Let's see.
Yeah.
It's percentile.
Yeah, it's percentile.
It's a saving throw usually, but okay. Either way.
I think it's percentile because it's weird.
Let's see.
I would think it would be like save versus spell or something.
It might be.
I think it is. I'm just double checking. Yeah, basically you could either like go in and try to touch the water or something like that, which would force it, or since you're already looking through the gem and you can see that there's something amiss, then you're able to do a save or spell here. Either one of those interactions would give the same outcome, which is that you can determine that this is in fact an illusion, and for what purpose you don't know, but it oozes Kurza. It's got a illusion phantasm spell school to it, as well as a little hint of necromancy. So
Can I draw it out? I have artistic ability, so I'd like to draw it out on a piece of paper in full detail.
yeah, you could draw it. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
You could
let's
take
do
a
that.
note of how it appears.
Okay, I'll definitely do that.
I wonder why you would have that here, right? Why have a big illusion here, and now it's gonna kind of go walk over towards it, maybe giving Kurza time first to do whatever.
What do you want me to call it? Running on
Dreams? Wishing well? Veridis is wishing well?
Yeah, that seems fair.
Varodis.
Oh, what is it?
17.
Okay, so I think what you notice, and this is sort of maybe the other piece of this puzzle, is that the drawings on the floor that are kind of written there are pretty ornate and elaborate, and within the center of the actual drawing, that's where the illusion of the pool was, and it kind of covers up, what is written in there and what is going on in the center of the drawing. Kurza, as you're giving that a look and you did your save and you disbelieve the illusion, you can see now that on the floor underneath the illusion there appears to be something else magical that catches your attention, and it appears to be a portal.
Oh.
And it was obfuscated by the illusion, making it a little bit disorienting to say the least. But now that you see through it, you can tell that this is basically a way to try to cover this portal. The objects that you see around the room, I wanted to mention.
Does the glyph give me an idea what, or does it have any relation to the portal?
Does what have any relation to the portal?
The glyph that they've drawn around the room on the floor.
Yeah, it does. It seems to be. Yep, it seems to be empowering the portal. Yeah, the glyph on the floor has something to do with. Yeah, so it seems to all be basically a portal that's been elaborately covered up, is what you're leaning towards at this point. There's a couple of two different pedestals on the outside of the room, and one of those pedestals might catch your attention in the fact that it actually has a drawing on it. Let me just move our tokens here real quick and I'll adjust the map. You can kind of see on the bottom half of the map now what the drawing is on a tablet that sits on the west wall here, and it appears to be some type of path that you can see a few things that connect to both Lolth and Moander on it. If you guys want to if you want to research it or try to understand it, you could do a roll for, I think in this case, probably a wisdom check would suffice.
I think it's a map. Hey?
Of sorts. Could be a series of portals.
See if I can determine anything. Since a roll 20 comes up.
Problem.
Here we go.
All right, wisdom. Right on the button, he hits it. Yeah, I mean, it does appear to be some type of map. I think what it implies is that the route that this map would lead to ultimately would be Moander's domain in a place called the Fungal Forest in the deep Underdark. Very much close to where you all had made your mark. So not far from there, in fact, you kind of see this diversion on the map of where it leads to Lolth's domain and then ultimately to Moander's domain. I think confirming for you what you've already suspected is that there's some key alliance here between Moander and Lolth that's been facilitated by Veridis and or his brothers. So you might suspect that I don't know what you suspect, but again, I think the fact that this tablet was laying out, that it's in this room, that you've got this elaborate illusion to cover a portal on the floor, those are sort of the pieces that you've found here.
Well, how about we take the tablet with us?
Certainly.
Are there any other areas, other than Varodis' tower and the destination? Is there anything
I
on
want
here
to say
that we
we've been to the
remember?
Sunless Gate. I want to say we've been to the Sunless Gate. If you look at the very bottom, I'm assuming that's Myth Nantar,
Yeah.
the underwater
Yep.
city.
Yeah,
Yep,
exactly.
okay.
Exactly. And the gate you recognize, you didn't call it the Sunless Gate. You remembered it being Thunder Delve, I believe, or Thunder Hammer.
Curious on the shaded pass, if that's like the Sahak cave from like 500 episodes ago.
Or the gateway we passed through, the stone gateway where we found the dead body on?
Yeah, the deep roads you would remember being probably where you had found the beholder. The deep roads was that
Uh,
area, and you remember he was the watcher keeping the deep roads calm, and so he was sort of the thing separating Lolth's layer of the Underdark from that upper Underdark. And yeah, and so that was part of what got disrupted after the Watcher was killed. And so that's just a couple of things that might register with you guys, like some things that you would remember. And of course, seeing Myth Nantar on the bottom, right, that would be probably the big thing, right? You guys have actually been to Myth Nantar as well, so that would be immediately recognized.
Deep roads.
Lolth has 10 legs.
Yeah, it does, you're right.
Yeah.
Very odd.
The deep roads might send a little chill down Seharn's spine.
Yeah, it's full circle now. Full circle now. You've just killed the person that brought you back after that ordeal. So, yeah, this sort of lays it out. I think, again, like you it may not all click together, but you definitely know that you've seen some of the places mentioned here. I assume you're gonna snag the tablet, and
Oh, heck yeah.
and this is now, I'll put this as a handout so that you can access this whenever you want under party notes. Just
Okay.
give me a second to do that, and I'll throw that in there.
Thank you. Well, none of you have yet appeared in Roll20 to me. Still just looking at
Yeah, it's odd. I just see Chris still. We'll see what happens here. All right. All players should be able to see this.
Oh.
Okay, so I've got this now as a handout Underdark tablet, it is called, so you can kind of see that if you need to reference it. But for now, you're all standing in this room observing it at this point. Any thoughts?
What's on the two tables?
Well, one had this tablet.
Okay.
Let's see.
This tablet. This would be
I'm
a
assuming
great.
Seharn would be looking at the other one. He was interested on what's on the tables.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's see. So the other
Is this
one.
a book?
This scares me that we're that close to Lolth.
All right. So whoever is taking a close look at our second table here. Let's see.
Probably
Yes.
be Nod first, eh?
No, but I'm thinking of calling the mage over.
So it looks like there are a couple of items laid out here, and probably need somebody to do a wisdom check on these as well, or a religion check if you've got it. But it looks like there's a stone bowl filled with some soil, and there's a sort of a pale fungus growing on the top of the soil. And in the soil, it looks like there might be laying inside of the soil some organs, some fleshy organs that are laying inside of this
Um,
stone bowl. And then next to it, there is a black iron coffer, and it is supported by silver spider legs. Only 8 of them.
I'm gonna
And
guess this is in ritual incense and such. And I will make a religion.
yeah, go ahead and do that, and I can tell you a little bit about it.
No modifier. Basically, it's going to straight up wisdom check. But there we are.
Okay, perfect. It looks like basically that Veridis was making sacrifices through a ritual to Lolth and Moander, and that he was strengthening his alliance with them potentially through this ritual, and that these items would be sort of reliquaries that he had used to commune with Lolth and Moander to very likely communicate his intent to join them and help empower them. And it seems like maybe, at this point, given all of the things that you've added up, that he's probably a big part of who facilitated the alliance between these two evil, deep, dark factions, right? That normally would be competition for one another. He seems to have masterminded this alliance with them, and this ritual and this plate that you're looking at, this stone bowl, all seem to be part of his way of communicating with them and showing his alliance with them. So very symbolic of the overarching alliance, and the fact that he's sort of the mastermind of it is what you're taking away from it.
I'll communicate all of those thoughts to the. We should leave them alone.
Should we sabotage them? Do you have any holy water on hand?
That's a good question. You could always
To be
bless
honest
some.
with you, aquatic elves, you live in the water, holy water, kind of get diluted instantly. Not really a thing.
Does a flask of oil help?
We could set them on fire. We could pray over them. If we bless them, maybe that will destroy them.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to attempt to defile them by blessing them. First level spell to bless and disrupt the evil and wash it away.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So you can cast bless.
Yep. Strike out spell slot. I think it's a good idea. Make sure these things can never be used again.
It'll piss them off and they'll come after us.
Go ahead and roll a percentile, please, Wayne.
Really?
And duck.
Yeah. Is this going to backfire? Blow up in my face? There we go.
All right.
Ooh.
So 63.
Is it my level versus? So I probably just lost.
All right. You feel as if a great evil has been disturbed by your action, and that it has been disconnected a little bit from this place. It feels like you've lessened its strength, and in fact, as you do it, you actually get a insight regarding Veridis, and I'm gonna kind of give you a very similar, almost something that Bart would see, which would be a vision in your mind of Veridis and the back of Veridis as he is walking, and he's in a very dark place. And as he walks through this dark place, you see him emerge from a cavern and step through, and approaching him is a female drow, and they are seemingly talking while you're standing there.
Veridis?
And you feel as if you are deep in the Underdark as you've witnessed this in your mind, and then it fades away. So you actually got a blessing of clarity from your action to disrupt the ritual, and you got to see what you feel like is a vision of Veridis in his current or near current form. One thing you'll note about your vision is that Veridis wore a crown in the vision.
Is it the crown?
Seems to be a very familiar crown. So the whereabouts of Veridis and the crown, you feel, given that insight, is that he is in the Underdark with the crown, making his alliance or furthering his alliance with Lolth and Moander.
All right.
But other than that, no other ill fate falls upon you for disturbing the bowl and desecrating the ritual.
Strangely enough, that makes me feel better about being in the tower.
Yeah.
At least for
Our
a few
greatest, the greatest enemies or evils are still deep ahead of us, but I think they lie deep below us, deeper than the beholder, perhaps into the lands of the drow themselves.
I'm sure.
I think our way is
Well, that would make sense with what we've heard previously. Was that's why we ran against the drow and then some of the driders that were down in that area as well, because we opened it up to them and they have surged towards the surface.
I think you're right, and I'll remind you too that you remember in Melkor's tower, you had stumbled upon what seemed to be an altar to Lolth that had a more direct path to reach Lolth's followers, right? That they were coming up through to do trade in Melkor's tower. So, as you look at this map and you might think, oh, man, we got to go through all these places to reach there. But actually, if you remember that, there was a quick way or a quicker way that you remember that you sort of sniffed out. I think several of you who were here had gone down and investigated it. There were some Durgar dwarves who were keeping watch. But for the most part, it looked like a chasm that went deep into the Underdark that they had opened as a gateway for trade. So just a reminder of that. And then, of course, there's a couple of other portals, right, that you know of that can take you to various places. So a couple of different ideas might be mingling in your minds.
So you're talking about the portal, the cavern with the deep hole with the gigantic stain in it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Never
exactly.
did climb that chain. But also, conveniently enough, we have a portal right here we've just discovered.
Correct.
Perhaps that takes us closer to our destination.
I don't want to go any closer right now. Thank you. There's too many new stuff to identify. Not to mention there's a bunch of rooms left in this tower to look into.
Yes, my brother, but isn't time of the essence?
Wrong
Hasn't your
essence.
mind already been corrupted by the magic that you
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there eventually.
The elves bickering as Nod's like sitting in the back shaking his head, probably.
Probably. I seriously don't think we should delay. We don't have all summer, man. Things may be getting close.
Let's move on to the next room.
All right, you want to do some more investigating in the tower? Let me move us back to the map.
So let me get this straight. You're not for stepping through the portal.
Oops.
Okay.
Let's see.
Not at this time.
I'll move you guys. So this
All
was
right.
this room, and then if you step back out into the hallway area, there's several more doors. I don't know if you've been through everything. I think everything but one or two.
Well, I think we need to look into this one. It's the next one in line.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna. Or wait, which one were you saying? Because I think Nod's at a different door.
This one?
What do you think, Nod?
So if you want to peek in there, we can.
Sure, why not?
Oh,
Just open a little bit, we'll throw in a flashbang, and hope for the best.
I feel like it's
Okay.
not trapped. I will open the door.
All right.
wrong
So
game, sir. Wrong game. Wrong genre.
let's see.
It's called the Fireball. Fireball
Oh,
first,
okay.
ask questions later.
If you put it those terms, I can understand it. Seharn's like, Flash? What?
All right, so in this room, well, actually, on this door, you do not find any traps. You want to try to open?
Yep.
Okay. So, again, this door does not seem to want to open very easily for you. It seems to be
Stuck?
locked or stuck somehow.
Shall we now, Nalara, at least a chance before our bullish fin redecorate the hallway?
You could go ahead and roll for her. He is trying the lock first this time. He's being a little bit more,
A little more
you know.
subtle.
Go ahead.
But he did not have any luck with the lock. So if you want to try with Nalara, you could.
Excuse me. Yes. You will give her deft little, I forgot what she is, an elf? Fingers here. 30% chance.
Yeah, she also it does not get the lock to open.
Not at all.
I know. How about a knock spell?
You want to knock it?
You mean
Yeah.
the Minotaur's head?
Okay.
No, a
let's see.
spell called knock.
You want to save it for maybe something else?
Yeah,
I can do that.
use the Minotaur's head.
Yeah, let me give it a shot. Save your spells for if they might
Use
be needed.
your horns like a crowbar, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
give it the 1-2.
All right.
I
So
guess so.
yeah. So in this case, this is appears to be a magically held door, and you are able to bust it though, and get it
Wow.
open.
Am I looking at those numbers correctly? Those percentage chances? Brent?
Yeah. He's got a 20, 4 or 5?
4. Yeah, it's
4.
right below godlike.
Yeah, he's
25 is
No,
godlike.
you're
25 is
rolling with a
godlike.
Titan basically.
Yeah, his
I'm
Ben
a storm
Bars
giant.
lift gates is 95.
It's 95, yeah. Yeah. All right. So he does get this door though.
I'm just a little subtle about it.
Uh-huh.
All right. The 17C. Okay, so this room has
He has sundered the magic on the tour, that's for sure.
basically there are some tall columns that are pale coral and a vaulted ceiling. It looks like there's some scenes that were carved into this room, like leaping dolphins and armored guardians with tridents. Very much reminds you of the Seychelles Armory on the first floor. Looks like it would have been probably the original chamber that was used by the high priest that would have been in charge of this tower before it was taken by Veridis. And so what you notice though about the room is that there is a pale fungus that seems to be growing on the walls and on the columns in the room, as well as everywhere except for the throne itself. Seems to have this thin layer of fungus growing on it. The room itself kind of has a real damp, musty smell, and that fungus odor that you get. It's almost like a brine in this room. It's been unsealed, seemingly like it's been closed for a long time. But that's what you see.
Be wary, my friends. Things like this in the ocean, generally toxic. I suggest we perhaps leave this room alone.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume that you told us about the crown being on Veridis.
Yes.
So what our goal is not here, right? To destroy Veridis, we need that crown, and it's not here. So the best thing we can do is loot and cause disruption, fuck up his tower, and
Going on
not
to the
need
next
to
door?
Yeah.
Go and check out the next one? Okay. Sure. All right. So it looks like you guys are able to... Now that door on the other one is ripped off the hinges, so I don't know if like you're trying to put it back or just want to leave it alone, but...
No, I'm just going to, like, set it next to the wall.
Okay. All right. Now, the next door, this is, let's see, 17B. Do I have the thing for this? I think I do. Let me find the handout.
You know, maybe I'll make it a nuisance. I'll throw it down into the audience hall, like, chamber down below. Now they have to go get it and then bring it up. If they're going to repair it. Take that, Veridis.
I don't know. Did we destroy the first tower? Flood it?
This is the same tower.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had broken the seal on the tower initially. It was flooding again when you left it before. So somewhere between that first time leaving the tower and you guys exploring the Underdark, it seems like Arvin and Veridis were able to salvage the tower, or the function of the tower, and sort of happened not long after you had thought that you had flooded it and left it for fish food. All right.
That if we stone shape enough of the base, strategic points, weaken it, it'll eventually fall right over to the tides.
All right, this next room, though, if you're checking for traps, there are no traps. You could try to open it. And once again, it is a struggle to open it.
I'm waiting for the draw.
Is it going to be the subtle approach or the brute force approach? Okay, so this time, yep, you're able to rip this one off the hinges as well. Or at least get this one to crack open. And let's see. Inside of this room is what appears to be a formation of crystals rising from the floor. They look like these frozen reeds, blue and green with silver translucent growth, sort of all over the floor here. But it's not just like haphazard. It almost looks like very intentional, that as if someone were grooming this as a garden. It almost reminds you of the actual garden on the first floor, the way it's sort of set up. If there's such a thing as a rock garden or what are these? These are a crystal garden. That's what this appears to be. So it's definitely not like anything you've seen before. It's something that would have been a tradition of the Seychelles and something that they were able to do, which was grow crystals.
I'll throw a rock into the room.
Just would bounce around. The crystals if you're throwing it at the crystals, it would like break a couple of crystals or whatever.
I was just trying to hit the floor, rather, not just to see.
Right. Oh yeah. No, yeah, I hear you. But so the rock would just bounce across the floor.
Yeah, Nod will look through the gem and see if there's anything hidden or hiding, illusionary.
I think what you might notice, Nod, is that this garden was, at one point when it was probably being maintained, it resembled something. But since it's not been maintained for many, many, many decades, centuries, it's overgrown now. But when you look at it through the gem, you can kind of almost see it almost looks like it's like a map. as if it was like a layout or a miniature scale version of somewhere. Do you want to
Yeah, maybe
roll
I'll have it.
a wisdom check?
I was thinking about giving it to Kurza and letting him draw again with his what is it,
Mm-hmm.
artistic.
Yeah, and then we can get a look at it. Might be an unimportant detail, but it might be cool. Might take us.
Yeah, it could be interesting nonetheless.
Yeah.
So, let's see. So you're taking a look at it, Kurza?
Yeah.
And, yeah, let's see. I guess you could do a wisdom check here as well.
All right.
Let's see if you're able to.
Pick up on anything. Huh? Just barely.
Okay. It takes you a second, but you start to realize that this is actually a miniature scale map of Myth Nantar that
Oh.
was grown through these crystals and again has become overgrown as if these crystals, continue to grow without being maintained. It seems like the original version that kind of was being maintained looked very sharp, but then at some point stopped being maintained. I think, it'd be almost like a geology knowledge, but you could kind of like even maybe count the crystals to see how long it's been since this has been tended to and get a guesstimate on the timing of maybe when the tower fell. And in your estimate, it's been over 1,000 years since someone's maintained this garden. So its original form
Oh.
would have been a lot more beautiful, breathtaking, and apparent as far as what it was and what it is. But now that you're looking at it being a little bit overgrown, it's you can see through it. You can start to understand it's not just a random clump of crystal.
And that's this area.
That is, yeah, basically the whole floor of this room.
And the big red mark over here.
Yeah, that's just, I don't know, that's not anything.
The former cleric that used to tend it.
Nothing sinister like that. Nothing drawn out in the actual crystals or anything that's noticeable there. That's just part of the map
What's
layer
this
that I
stuff
didn't
back
change.
here?
Yeah, I'll show you a picture of the room. None of the
okay.
objects that you're seeing here would be in this.
And
One
there's this
second.
thing over here too.
Let's see. So I'm gonna put.
Or is this Myth Nantar, this area over here? Not this big green thing.
Give me 2 seconds. I'll have a picture for you here.
Okay.
You can see. Oops. That's the wrong one.
Go ahead. You can show us the wrong one.
Let's see. No, it like copied the other. It copied the other one for me. So is this okay? I think I got it. All right. So I'm gonna show you this.
Ooh.
Yeah. So again, this is sort of what it would have looked like when it was being maintained. Right now, what grows on top is some scattered kind of wild growth of crystals that have sort of taken off on their own without someone tending to it. But this is what the original would have looked like, and after a moment, again, it's not labeled, so you're kind of inserting that. As you look at it, you can tell what it is, and you recognize it as being a map of Myth Nantar.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Anything of interest in the room itself? But I don't really want to touch the crystals, but
We could just.
I mean, if you want to search the room, like you could go in the room and do a more of a deep search.
Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Like I said, don't touch the crystals, because I saw some stuff off to the left and two green glowy things on the floor and
Okay,
separate
so
lights and things like that.
all right. After you take a look around, you do find a couple of things that are interesting here. It almost looks like there's a small coral chest, very similar to the ones you'd seen before, but much smaller version of it.
Okay, let's see. Anybody find remove traps on this little box?
Nalara or Nod could. Try to find and remove.
I would say not killed.
Ooh.
No traps found.
Okay.
You might want to have a lady jacket.
Okay. Concur.
I didn't even see your roll, by the way, but
It's rolling the skill rolls, the thief skill rolls as a private roll where he can see it and I can see it, but you all can't. Okay, so this one,
Is
I don't
there
know
a
if
way
it's
to?
yes.
find
Well, it
traps.
gives 15%
I got it.
chance.
I see her chance. She also does not find any traps on it.
I'm going to open it up. What the heck?
All right. It actually opens right up. And inside of it, what it appears to be like a caretaker kit. It's got 3 silver rods, some pruning blades. Let's see it. A couple of tiny tiny jars of water, and a small journal. That's all you find inside of it.
Let's take a look at the journal.
Yeah, read that.
So,
See if any of us can read it.
yeah, it is in Ancient Elven. Are you anyone able to read Ancient Elven? I think you probably are. Okay. Okay, so it talks about basically these look like the notes of the caretaker, and it was yeah, I thought you did. All right, so there is a caretaker named Thelendris who was the person responsible for this, and this journal appears to be his notes, where it starts with some notes about some of the ingredients that he used to start the formations, some of the process that he used to design it, and then it turns into entries that are dated entries. And eventually, as you sort of get toward the end of the entries, there is a particularly interesting one that talks about a disturbance that he's detected in the crystals. And it says that the crystals no longer sing. And something beneath the tower is changing. And that's sort of where it ends. If you read a couple of entries before it, you can see that he's starting to talk about some weird anomalies with the ways the crystals are growing, that there's vibrations that are causing them to become crooked and causing him more work, and he's frustrated by something he's blaming people for touching the and finding out that they didn't. So something like he had detected at that time seemingly started to disturb the garden, and it abruptly ends.
Is there a date?
Yeah, and the date is consistent with the other dates that you had seen. Again, it is more than 1,000 years ago.
Interesting. Anything else momentous happened on that date
Not.
through history?
I think at this point, nothing that you're aware of, like specifically, other than the fact that you knew that this civilization had gone quiet and gone dark around that period. Other than that, you're not nothing specific.
Nothing seemingly connected.
Not yet. No.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
I think we should probably pause here, take our mid-session break right here, and you guys can think about your next moves. I think there is probably another room or two in this tower, and then ultimately you might have to make decisions about your next moves. So you guys can talk about that, and we'll take a short break and come back and figure out what you want to do.
See you in 10?
10 minutes. How's that? Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right.
Well, one of us is back.
Yep. Yeah, no problem. I just don't want to be the one holding anybody up. Let's see.
Is this something you created with AI, or is this something that came with the module?
No, I created it. Yeah, with AI.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Very cool.
There's no module. I'll tell you that. There's definitely no. It should be a module when I'm done. I should turn it into a module.
Yeah, because I didn't really know if there was. I mean, you could have we have probably gone off the rails so many times that there might have been a module to start with, and we're hitting pieces of it, but that's about it. But
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, there's a module in my mind of what the big story is, and like you said, you guys take different paths, and that's totally expected. I enjoy the sandbox of it. I like that you guys take me places that I don't expect, and I hopefully vice versa do that to you guys too. So it's nice to not be on the rails and like just be going in one direction all the time.
I had to
Enjoyed it.
play most of my gaming days were in your position, where my group would go and do whatever the hell they wanted.
I enjoy that the most. I think that's the most fun game to be in. I don't. It's kind of like this. If you go to a concert to see your favorite band, do you want to hear them play it note for note from the album? I don't personally. I
No.
don't. I've already heard the album a million times. I'd rather hear them have fun with it, make it a little different,
Embellish it.
and embellish it.
Yep.
Exactly. So that's where the type of player and gamer I am. I know there are some people that just like the hits, man. They just want to hit the module and go through page by page in order, and you know what I mean. And I rarely find that to be as fun as a player or a DM when things happen that way.
So, two things on that. What you just described is back in the day why we never played the Dragonlance modules when they came out. Is we started them and we quickly realized, oh, we have no choice. This is a complete railroad. Like
Yeah.
the story points are predetermined. So we quit. We just abandoned halfway through the first module and just went back to our game world. Yeah.
That makes sense.
The
And
other
at the
thing-
time, it may not even have been that obvious. That's why it was too. You know, like it's like this thing it's not as fun. It's just not as fun.
No. So the other thing is, when you do these scenarios, you kind of have an idea of what's going on and what you want to do. Other than a couple of maybe must be fixed locations, like I like bullet points rather than a fixed storyline. A storyline that's kind of just bullet pointed out, and then you can insert those points. It can happen anywhere on the map or anywhere in the game world, wherever the players happen to want to go. You know, you can insert clues
Yeah.
and steps, and steer things, and give them choices.
Absolutely. That's the other thing about it too. Is like if you put the group on a railroad and you force them through the story in a certain path in a singular line, it takes away all their agency. It takes away all of the things that they have to influence and steer the game. So I like the push and pull, the dynamic of the old school gaming, because the group knows there's consequences when you make dumb, quick decisions. You know, you can't just go on autopilot and follow, door number 1 and then door number 2 and then door number 3. You know, it's never like that. So I think it's more realistic the way that we play as to how it would be in a real life situation, because there's just way more going on than things happening in linear fashion. But that's I know it's fine. Like I'm not like shitting on other people's gaming. If other people like that, it's cool. But I don't personally like, if I sign up for a game, I don't want to like play a certain module only and then be stuck, because then it's kind of, you feel stuck, I think.
Yeah.
It's
Unless
true.
you have enough motivation, the players have enough motivation to follow it through for some reason.
Yeah,
but
as long, I mean, again, if you have a good DM, it doesn't matter. They can make a formula flow, and that's the magic of that. But just in
And,
general, I'm just
it's-
talking about generalities, really. All gaming is good. All
So
gaming is
on
good.
that, I say this whole overall story arc. Someday I'd like to get into your head, Jamie, of where this came from.
Yeah.
But I like the freedom, because look at all the places and bouncing around we've gotten to do in this. It's
Yeah.
as the story's developed on, right? It's not gone from point A to point B to point. It's not. We've been to point A to B to C, back to A to C to B, and whatever. And it's been fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. It's very cool. And I don't know where you're going next, but
I'm voting for Through the Portal, guys.
okay. Yeah, you guys.
I'd
You,
like to take a couple of days to identify some stuff and hopefully level up my wizard side so that I can get some new spells and try and learn the ones that I've got.
To be the devil's advocate, I will say certain modules, like for example, Desert of Distillation. It's like
the I series.
Yeah, they came out originally as 3 separate modules, but then they kind of remade them and put it all into one module.
I have
But
them in both
it's
forms.
it's more like a map, right? It's the entire desert, and then there are specific points, and it gives you all the information for those points.
See, all I have left are I3 through.
yeah, I should retract some of what I said. Because like I've played a lot of modules, but they never go page by page. Like the group always takes it somewhere else, and so
Right. You're not
it is
wrong.
one
You're
of
not
those
wrong.
things that as a DM, like an experienced DM, has no problem absorbing that stuff into the game and making it fit into the module and feel like it was part of a module. And I think that's the real special part about it. But like I have been in groups, particularly a 5e group that I joined, where they literally just did like the checklist straight down, it was like, oh my god, guys, like this is just, I don't know, it was like it felt like a slog to me.
Right.
So that's what I was more referring to. But yeah, I think because any of these old modules, man, if you have anyone who's DM'd before and puts you into one of those places, it's magical.
The Hex Crawl slog in Isle of Dread.
Oh yeah, but even the Desert of Desolation stuff, there was this one little gnome in there, and I gave him a speech impediment,
Oh no.
like
Funny.
Scooby Doo or something,
Right?
and that just pissed off all the players. They were like, when they found the pyramid, they made sure they brought that pyramid down on his head.
Well,
The entire thing.
that's funny.
Just
Right? So, one of my first characters long ago, this would be like in 1981. Anyway, yeah, speech impediment. He got slammed, crit in the face with a giant's club. He was a little gnome assassin. Yeah.
That's a good.
And,
that's a great ending. That's
Yep.
great.
that's a good backup character.
Yeah,
too.
that's a great. Yeah, that's a really good backup
Oh.
character.
It didn't kill him, but the DM described like it smashed, like split skin, it split his face, and he was eventually healed, but we didn't have the magic to fully restore, so he was man. I had to play him that way for the rest of his career.
That's funny.
Oh, that's wild. That's great.
Yeah, he was scarred, man, and horrific. Like I wore a mask most of the time. It was great. Yeah, roleplay like that is fun.
It is. It is. All right, you are, I guess, still looking at the Crystal Garden, thinking about your many paths that you've taken and could take. Any
I
thoughts?
am enjoying this.
Me
So
too.
we go check out the next door. Yeah. Learning the little lore that we're finding in these little rooms. This is kind of cool.
And that's a really good job doing that through AI. Was it, how many iterations and stuff did you have to go through and to
Well, so at this point, I've got
descriptions? And it's
I've
pretty
got
big.
like one AI that I've used for all like my art generation. So it
Yeah.
knows it's been built upon how many things I've made. So now when I make stuff, like if I just went to a brand new chat in AI and I asked it to do this, it wouldn't look like this. But because I've done so many and it knows the storyline and it's remembering certain facts, it kind of fills these blanks in a lot better than a blank AI would if you just went and said, hey, make me a room of this and make it. So I think that the advantage of it having this long-term memory is what makes it a little bit easier. But if you ask it the right things and tell
yeah.
it what you like and don't like, it does pretty good. I'm impressed by it.
It,
Yeah, it's amazing sometimes what it can pull off.
Yeah.
It can put 10 legs on a spider.
Yeah.
yes,
It does stupid stuff
yeah,
like that though. It's like it makes mistakes for sure.
that's
But
all
for the
right.
most part, it's done well, and I've trained it over time. I think to know what I like and what our sessions are like and that
Do
sort
you
of
have
thing.
to like pay for a subscription or something so it can keep
Well,
that
I don't
chat?
know. I do have a plus prescription or subscription, but I think if you I don't know that you need that. I think the subscription just gives you like faster image processing and
Oh, okay.
like priority when you ask something, it gives you priority. It just goes a little faster than most people's. I think if you're using and you're logged into any of these Gemini or ChatGPT or any of the other ones, if you're logged in, it'll remember your conversations. And you can
Oh,
organize your chat. So if you want to talk about a certain subject, like I have many different subject lines that I'll go in and ask it, about. And this one is just an all AD&D second edition chat. That's all that it talks about. And I've told it like, what I want. I want everything to be legit by the book. I want, the styling of the art to be a certain way. And just over how many sessions? 73 sessions. I haven't used this the whole time, but for a good portion of them I've been using it, and so it's just built on itself.
how intriguing.
It's cool. Yeah, I mean, AI is a tool, man. It's just like it's like Googling. If you're a good Google searcher, you can find anything and make anything, happen. I feel like AI is the exact same way. You just gotta be very selective with it and know what its limitations are, but it can be
Yeah, I
very
haven't
helpful.
played with it.
Yeah, it can
You
be
learn
very helpful.
phrasing. Yep, how to put
Mm-hmm.
things. Even
Yeah, I
Google
had mentioned
searching.
that before. Like if you're, it's like phrasing a wish spell when you talk to AI, because if you're not very explicit, it will interpret incorrectly. It will just fill in the blank that you didn't tell it with some bullshit, and then you'll be pissed when you see it. You're like, damn it, what is
Oh
that?
yeah,
So
it's something.
you gotta like train it. You gotta go back and tell it, no, that's incorrect, and this is why, and then it remembers that. It's like, okay, it doesn't do that mistake again, and it's like anything, you just kind of build it up from there.
Yeah, I
Yep.
wasn't aware that you could. I was under the impression you'd have to like start from zero each time, but
Oh
if you've
yeah,
got
no, you can have like an ongoing it's called a project, right? So anytime you want
oh,
to
okay.
have a discussion, you can go into that project and it remembers all of your other discussions that were a part of it, and it builds on that same theme and that same style. And then if you leave that project, go to another project, about a whole nother subject, like you could have whatever other subject you want and train another project a complete different way. Like for example, I have a Pathfinder 2e group, and I do the same thing. I have a completely different project and everything in there is 2e Pathfinder, right? And it's
Yeah,
and the styling is different of the art, and just the rules and everything are different, and the way we play that game's probably a little different than this one. So it's cool that it keeps those things separate, but it keeps them thematically consistent.
that's
Cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Ever
So
read a Pathfinder book?
Pathfinder is still my favorite game, other than this one. Of all the modern games, it's my favorite.
I've had the
Isn't it
most fun with Pathfinder One,
Yeah, I like it.
2E?
although
Is
two
it
is a
based?
close second.
Yeah, it's a.
Yeah,
Isn't it based on like a D&D 2E or something?
Yeah,
Just a
it's
spin-off.
it's
yeah.
yeah, it's definitely informed by old school D&D. It's just that
I heard it's good.
they did a great job of making the action economy very balanced and makes the players feel like they have choices. Whereas again, like in this edition, it's different. Like you kind of have a little more limitation, and I think in that system, it's very structured. When you want to take actions, it's very clear what you can do in your
Oh,
turn and what you
yeah.
can't do.
Yeah.
I've often, like long ago, I've thought about redoing the D&D magic system because I understand Pathfinder is like a base spell that you become better and more powerful at shaping. So initially, maybe you can light a cigar with your thumb, on fire before you eventually get into fire bolts and then flame strike and meteor swarm. It's all a progressive
Mm-hmm.
sort of
It goes one further that you could take a cantrip and the power of the cantrip itself will press. So at first
Yeah,
level, but at third level you get 2 dice, and at sixth
I
level
like
you
it.
get
Scales
3
it
dice.
scales really well. That's what's nice too about DMing it, because you can take and change the monster difficulty very quickly to fit whatever levels you're playing with. It's just a really easy system, and it definitely feels very much like this edition and first edition. It's got roots in all of this. It's not a super modern game.
But I would think what you just said, and I have seen Pathfinder played obviously a lot, like Dungeon Musing's YouTube channel and other places. That I could probably switch over from 2E. We could just switch to Pathfinder, and then just use all of your 2E and 1E stuff in conjunction with that game system.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You totally could. You totally could. I did. We're doing the Kingmaker, is the one that I'm doing, because it reminded me. It kind of reminds me of, and I think it was their attempt to have a epic campaign setting. But you're right. You could certainly
So the
use
D&D,
all of these settings, and it's nice. It's plug and play.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
D&D
had
has
fun
Birthright,
playing.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Birthright meant to be the epic, like
That's what Birthright
Pendragon,
was. Yeah.
style of play that just never really caught on because we prefer crawling around in a dirty old filthy dungeon.
Yeah, dungeon crawl is at the heart of D&D. Yeah, dungeon
It
crawl.
depends on how you play it, because you can have a lot of fun around on the surface, depending on how
For
the
sure,
world is
the dungeon doesn't have to be
detailed.
underground. It can be deep in the mountains or in the forest. The
Oh,
dungeon can
absolutely.
be anywhere, right?
Yeah,
Well,
because I was playing the one you were talking about, Jamie, but we played it in Greyhawk, and that was really interesting too, because it just kind of changes all the connections
yeah,
and whatnot.
I've at this point, I think you guys are just stalling because you don't know where you want to go. But I'm
I
free
don't
all
know.
night
Just
to talk about
all
old school
discuss.
D&D. I could be here all night. I will
Yeah.
chill with you guys and talk about old school D&D, and we can go through modules, box
I
sets,
think
hardcovers, whatever you want.
yeah.
I love it. I'm game. But if
It's
you
not
want to
here.
proceed, I'll give you guys the option if
There's
you want to
still
do
one
it.
more
Run
door.
this
Yeah.
baby. Run this baby sometime. Whom of guide and gag.
So, you're still in the Rock Garden or the Crystal Garden. Are you headed to the last room, or are you taking another route?
Yes. No, I
Last
think we
room.
should.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could check the door then, do our normal checks, and we'll see if you can take it off the hinges again.
I say he just kicks the door in.
You could just start there if you want. But he did not find any traps, so.
To where we end up anyway.
All right, this one pulls right off the hinges for him, like a can opener.
I think
This is actually a different door, or yeah, this door is different. This is a bronze door.
I'm gonna open it.
So this one, as you pull this one off the hinges, is probably a little bit heavier. Like you probably actually have to try a little bit to move this one for a second, Nod, but then it's no problem, and you set it aside, and it unveils this strange looking room. It's a chamber illuminated by some pale drifting light. The walls are smooth with white stone and a sheen to them. And there's some shallow alcoves on the outside of the room that have shells and coral carvings some ancient sea elf funeral masks on one of the tables. And in the center of the room, you see these concentric rings, small little circles of that look like spheres of water, like large drops of water in the center chamber. And there is a stone dais in the center with many of these they look like almost like glass spheres, but you realize that they're kind of moving a little bit and they seem more like water. And then you can see inside. Actually, do a wisdom check. I'll give you some more information if you guys can, if you're wise enough. Yeah, anyone who's looking into the room trying to study any of this.
Sure.
Okay, so 4. Let's see what Seharn gives you enough.
Comes up. Oh.
On the button. Okay, so
That's twice.
yeah. You see that in the spheres it seems like there's some small objects inside of the spheres. So let me give you another. Here's a visual of the chamber so you have a little bit better understanding of what you're looking at here. And again, these are water droplets that are floating here. They aren't glass on. Although they look
aren't
like
really tied to the ceiling.
No, they're just yeah, there
Whoa.
shouldn't be a chain hanging there. It should just be like
Your
the
description,
water.
yeah, this whole room gives it underwater feeling to it. Is it filled with water or is it fair?
No, just the spheres seem to be water.
Oh, and there's a chair over here.
Yeah.
They're really
Yeah,
kind of
and you
cool.
see these masks, which you figured out are funeral masks on some of the dice and altars on the outside of the chamber. Inside of the water spheres is where you see these little objects. Seems like at least one of the spheres is turned fully dark, whereas most of them are, of course, transparent. I got a better version of this I'll put on.
Well, I'll step into the room.
Let's see. 1 second. Okay.
Careful
So-
not to touch any of the floaties.
So you hear some whispers as you enter the room. Here's a better version of it without the
Oh, wow, that's cool too.
chain. So yeah, you step in and you can hear these faint whispers, and they're coming from the actual spheres. Different voices, like child's voices, women, men. Very faint, but again, as you step in the room and focus on the center of the room and these spheres, you can definitely tell that's what it is.
Any way to... I want to get a little bit closer, see if I can determine what's in the water spheres.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll another wisdom check specifically. Okay. Okay, so you notice that there's some interesting objects inside of these. One of the spheres has for example, a locket of hair is in it. In another, you see a mask, like a coral mask. In yet another, it looks like there is a brush. So there's sort of these almost like everyday objects mixed in and floating in some of these spheres. It seems like, again, there's something in every sphere. And the voices that you hear are just sort of whispers, but they're clearly different ages and sexes that you're hearing.
So we've got death masks along the edges. And, this could be remnants of said dead people.
That's what I'm thinking. It's like their souls are trapped in there.
Yeah.
Trapped or maybe
How about
not trapped? I don't know.
maybe a wisdom check, Seharn? Know that you're being a sea elf, this might click for you a little bit differently.
Maybe. Sorry.
No problem. Yeah, this even if you have a gaming laptop, it won't make Roll20 any faster. I can tell you that. It's still just Roll20.
There, good roll though.
There it is. Yes, excellent roll.
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, you guys are kind of on the button. It looks like this is a memory chamber, is what your people would have called this, Seharn. And it is a place where you can preserve memories of the dead. And it's pretty much like a cemetery for aquatic elves. You probably would have a very similar ritual or observance in your own culture, maybe slightly different in slightly different setting, but the idea of using these spheres of water to preserve memories of people is a way to kind of eternalize them.
You get this from Stargate?
No. No, I love Stargate though. I love Stargate. That's
Me too.
fantastic.
Huge fan. Yep.
Yeah, huge fan.
Yeah, that was a great show.
Yeah.
It was.
Loved it.
Atlantis was too. I like that one as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see now why you said that. Yeah, especially the Atlantis part. But yeah, so that's what you're picking up from this.
Okay. We're going to pass that information along in conjunction with Kurza's nice findings. This is a resting place, and I think we should leave it alone.
Yeah, unless I don't know what 1,000-year-old or more millennia old memories could even tell us. You know, it's like we could quiz the memories, but then would it really be able to tell us what's going on now?
I don't know. We could see if they could dig up a few 1,000-year-old recipes or some exquisite meals.
Some great seafood, right?
Change professions. Get out of this dangerous adventuring crap. Open a restaurant.
There we go.
There's an
What
opening
room was
for a
this?
crystal gardener.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is what room is this? I'll move us back to the map. That is this
17A.
upper corner here. Yeah.
All right. I have been taking notes, guys.
So you've officially peeked behind every door at some point or another, whether it was on this trip or a prior trip. You've seen behind all of the doors. I think on the floor below you, I don't think you've seen everything on the floor below you. I know there's at least 2 rooms you haven't opened the door to for whatever reason, but I'm not like trying to force you to go back. I'm just trying to give you a sense of what's completed and what's not completed. I think other than that, you've turned over all the stones, right, as far as knowing what's where. Yeah, but now connecting the dots and then choosing a path, I'll leave that to you.
I know friend Kurza wants to find out what all of our trinkets are, but I think our path, either way, lies ahead. If we find out what our shinies are right now and don't live through what's ahead of us, it won't matter.
Well, Nazis 2 ways. It's either the portal in the tower, or we go back down into the water into our hole that we made before.
Seharn is hoping the portal is the quickest way to the end of where we need to go, and that maybe we know if we go back through the Beholder, we're going to get more into Drow territory, and this portal may put us deeper beyond where we already have to go, and we could bypass. That's what I'm thinking. That's our safest route and quickest. And we don't know how much time Kurza has.
Safest route is going down into the Underdark. Down beneath the tower.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna do my job of throwing little wrenches into the mix here. For one thing, you have Arvin's body. You do have an open task maybe of completing and returning Arvin to his temple checking in maybe on the status of the temple. I'm just throwing that out there as one thing.
But he does raise good points.
True.
You have, and again, like maybe that is still the path you're going to take. You do have other portals in the tower that connect back. Also, you have a way, it appears, to get back to Melkor's, and Melkor's has an entry to the Underdark as well, right? So I'm just throwing out different connections, different things that might be occurring to you as you're laying out your options. But yeah, that's probably it. I mean, nothing else really jumps out that is missed or that you guys talked about doing. You know, like Baden is another open thing. You haven't really been able to follow up or check in with Baden recently, but
And they did go back when we were at Malcor's tower. They did go back to Procampur.
Yeah, they were in Procampur last you knew. And then the other thing was when you were in the like the hag's lair, when you went back and you were healing and hiding, you had run into the two gnomes, Svirfneblins, and they mentioned that the Underdark was in basic disarray, and that I believe that they were trying to reach out and see if they could find or locate Renwick. And then there was something else about that.
Part of it being our fault.
No, well, I don't know. That's on you guys if you think that. I don't remember that. I don't think they blamed you, but I thought there was something else that they said. Oh, yeah.
Beholder was because he...
Yeah, he was the sheriff. He was the sheriff, so to speak. He was sort of so evil he wouldn't align with anybody, which was good for the ecosystem. But I thought there was something else, and I'm forgetting it, about
our genie.
The gnomes. Oh, yeah. Yes,
Oh.
there you go.
I
The
forgot all
genie,
about him.
thank you. Yeah, the genie, Nimbarus, he is, as you know, in a different plane, in the plane of air, usually, but he travels other planes as well, and he has been sort of your watcher and a little bit of a, I don't know, like just an angel standing over your shoulders when you use these portals sometimes. But I think you had initially freed him from the bottle that was given to you by the Mind Flayer, and ultimately,
we were looking for a way to free him. Yeah.
Ultimately, he gave you a wish, and at some point or another, you had promised to help him with something that he needed, that he would need help with, and so I know that that's another open thread, right, that you could explore too.
Well, I thought he was still trapped in the bottle. We hadn't found a way to release him from that yet.
Well, he's yeah. I mean, like the bottle that you did free him from the bottle initially, and then he gave you your wish. But he, in this plane of existence, he's trapped in the bottle. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, because I gave the bottle to.
So yeah, so ultimately he wants your assistance helping to free him from the bottle so that his soul can escape this plane. But he does exist in other planes, and he is sort of watching over you guys, and he's steered you right a few times when you tried to use portals. But maybe you might start to feel like you're cashing in. You've cashed in a few things, and you probably start to feel like you owe him one. At a certain point, he may not. You're worried he may not be there for you if you don't help him.
So many things on our little head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
I guess we have to go back where we came
responsible for.
Yeah. Hold on. I gotta step away for 30 seconds. I'll be right back. You guys figure that out.
I'm with you, Chris. What Kurza says, I think you're right. Maybe we should return the body to the temple for last rites and burial, and
we have many
tinker with our items.
And if we go back through that portal, we'll be led directly into the temple as well.
Then as far as play for tonight, you guys just want to play that out and then kind of
I think
just around 11:30.
What I'm worried about is whenever we went through, we got cursed or something happened.
There is that,
Back?
but
Yeah, our way back
Worst
is
case,
not
we could go
entirely.
back to Kurza Cove and then back to the capital that way, which is again down.
yeah, but then if we go back to Procampur, we should be able to have some high-level priests available to uncurse us.
Has our status elevated in Procampur since the temple has now been able to be reopened?
No idea.
The temple was able to be reopened.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping because we were instrumental in that maybe, our outlook is improved on how they look at us, is what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Because we could safely go back to our portal and then walk back to Procampur, but
No, we can't because she told us people from Procampur knew where that portal was and were waiting for us to come through it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they're not, going to arrest us, we'll be fine.
Either that or we have to be prepared for a fight if we go through that portal.
Yeah, I'd be against fighting the guard because that was only going to really crash our reputation. Nothing we've done is not to say it's not our fault, but at least it wasn't intentional.
Right.
I don't know how the Cromerians are
Well,
seeing the little attack on the caravan.
all except for me, I should say.
Yeah.
I really don't want to go through that portal. I'll take my chances going through the portal back to the temple.
Well, that fight basically split our group into 3 different micro groups. 3 of you were going nuts, and 3 of us were trying to shut it all down. That was a fun fight, but it caused a lot of whoa. Look what's happened since then.
So what's the leaning here? Is there any consensus on the next?
Back to the temple.
I think we're trying to make our way home to Procampur as safely as possible.
Okay, all right. That would be going back downstairs.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
And all right. So let's see.
Do you have like some negative plane protection or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know. Does anybody
Seharn.
have? Does Seharn have negative plane protection or anything at all to help guard against the random outcome of the portal?
I'm telling you no. I mean, I could say a prayer, which might.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. Oops.
The closest thing I could.
It's like 2nd or 3rd level.
Well, hey, if you can get us even just a bonus on the saving throw or something like that, then
Yeah. Let's check that real quick. What level is the negative plane protection?
It's not in this old book here, so where are you drawing that from?
Let me see. I'm just
Free spell. It is a 3rd level spell.
okay, 3rd level. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Negative plane protection.
Negative plane
Sorry,
protection.
I overlooked it. I have a single slot available.
Okay, so you could protect one. You could give someone protection. At least one. You could do one spell and give someone protection against negative plane, which is good. I mean, there's only 3 of you that were really at least 3 players, right? Everyone's gonna probably have to go through. So you will have to. They will have to roll the die and see what it says, but someone can go through with protection. Probably whoever has the bag would want to arrive since they have Arvin's body and all of your other treasures.
And a lot of other major magics.
The other question is, okay,
right now.
Yeah. And the other question is, like, worst case scenario, if something were to happen to one of you and you were sent somewhere, who has the best chance of survival alone? And who has the least, right? That might start to inform you on how you want to approach it. But I'm going to move you guys down because you can traverse this level. So where's Nod's
There
token?
were
Did I
some.
lose him? Somewhere? I left him somewhere.
He's over here.
Oh, thank you. Perfect. Okay, so we're going down a floor. I'm gonna bring you to the 3rd floor central chamber.
See, now we're not high enough level to have teleport or anything like that. We can always just swim to the surface and hope there's some ships around.
We have the boat at the bottom of the tower. And a foldable boat? I swear we have a foldable boat.
Oh well, there you go.
That's true. You do have a foldable boat.
Well, we'd have to get to the top of the water and then unfold it. But
Yeah, it'd help.
I think we need to consider going down and resting so he has more 3rd level spell slots.
yes, I agree.
And maybe just tactically, from a game point of view, we'll have 2 clerics next time because I only have 3 a day. So we're never going to get the whole group through.
Well, 3 a day is all we need to go through safely, right?
Yep.
Sure.
Okay, so
All right.
I'm gonna move you guys to this easterly door, which I think is the straightest way back. And that door would be passable there, so I'm gonna move you into the hallway. You stop me if you're trying to do anything different, but this would be the
I think
maybe.
Go through 17H and back out the way we came.
Which one? Go out which one?
Over here through the hole that we created in the wall.
Oh, I'm sorry. You guys are on the okay,
Yeah,
so
I think we changed our mind again. I think we want to go down and rest first before we try to go through the portal.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. So all right, so you're trying to
Sorry.
go down through the hole in the floor that Bart made. Is
No,
that what
the
you're
hole
saying?
in the wall.
Or the hole in the
Yeah,
wall?
there's a
Yeah.
hole in the wall. Yeah.
Do you have any more water breathing Kurza?
Yes.
Well, there's 2. To get there, technically, we'd have to go into 17H and then exit the hallway to here and then walk around to the outer hole, which we put in somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To avoid the trap that's here. Yes.
I think it's
There's a rune here.
Yeah. To avoid the runes.
So
Let's see. I think I gave out all of potions. I think they're in the party loot, actually. So I think I had 1 or 2 of them.
what's our odds of just walking down through the tower?
Well, if he has
Oh.
a water breathing, I think it's just me who needs a ear CL. He has a water breathing amulet. I think it's just me.
Right.
And 2 NPCs at least.
We've got a lot of the, let's see, the herbs. We've got breathe, low oxygen, Agoth, the final entry. I think that's what.
I think the herbs just increase water breathing by 50%.
they give you more duration. Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you
Right.
want to spend some time out there, it helps.
But 1 water breathing can.
Where
Okay.
are you ultimately wanting to go to do your rest
Either that
at?
or we go down through here.
To the bottom of the tower and then maybe just rest in the bottom of the tower and then go through the portal, right? We could do that too.
Yeah.
But 1 water breathing will cover us. We did that before because we can split it for short.
Yeah.
It's only a short duration.
So if the spell's ready, I say we go down. If it's not ready, then we go to the bottom of the tower.
Spell's ready. Let's swim it. It's safer, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, true.
That's
Okay.
my last 3rd level
Spells-
spell slot.
Okay, so where you're going down in the tower then to do that,
We're
or
going through the opening in the wall.
okay, through the up the north, through the north.
Yep. Through 17H into the
I
hallway.
think it was like 10 or
around.
11 o'clock or something like
Yeah,
that.
I got you. Yeah, I see. And then you come over here, right? Somewhere in there. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, who wants? What's your swimming order? Seharn first, or
I'll
Yeah.
go second, sure.
okay? So elves first. All right. So where's your destination? You're going to the sea floor or the first floor, or somewhere else?
The seafloor, the cave, the sea
Okay.
hag's cave.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So let me find that one.
Maybe Nod will pull out a piece of rope and tie it around Kurza and the other two
Yeah,
NPC firelings.
we'll definitely stick together for sure
Okay.
Yeah.
as we scan the environment.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to the seafloor. So back out through the wall into the sea would be, yeah, it would be again pretty desolate out there as you head out. You've got the water breathing on, and then did you guys do the moss, or did you decide to just save it?
We
I
just
think
saved
we
it, I
did.
believe.
Okay, so
Neither Seharn nor myself need water breathing of any
Yeah.
kind, so it's really just up to Nod.
okay, I got it. All right, so
And
you guys
our
then
two NPCs.
are just going to be doing swimming here to traverse the ocean floor. So you're going to do strength checks. Do 2 strength checks,
Okay.
please, and we'll see if you're able to cover the same amount of distance. I mean, Saharn can do circles around y'all, but so Kurza's going to lag here. Someone has a rope. Nod has the rope. All right, so
Yeah, I want to say I tied it around the NPCs and Kurza.
all right, so yeah, I'm just going to roll
And
for the
Nicole.
NPCs real quick. Oh, they're doing surprisingly well. They're keeping up. Kurza, you're getting tugged along. You're kind of at the end of the rope. You're getting pulled because you're having a tough time keeping up with the others' swim speed. But you can hold
Okay.
your breath, so that's no problem.
Well, I
All
have
right.
to just breathe water.
So I'm gonna move you guys and put you in that order where Saharn would be first, Nod second, and then. All right. So now at this point, you're gonna roll strength and con, please. You're
There's
about
no
halfway.
strength.
You're about
I made
halfway
the
there.
strength this time.
Oh my goodness, you actually beat your strength there. Okay, so. Oh.
I'm keeping an
Um,
eye out there, Jamie, for the dark fish.
Yeah, can you do a wisdom check? And since you're gonna have some time on your hands waiting for these slowpokes to swim up
Yeah,
to
I'm
you.
just gonna drift around overhead, keeping a watch.
Okay.
I'm like the helicopter. You want me to roll a wisdom check?
Well, I want to see if I can tell you anything more than the obvious. Okay.
I am barely making these today.
Yeah, it looks like to you that the part of the shipwreck that's still laying on the ocean floor seems to have something moving around inside of it. Not treasure this time, something like a creature seems to be
Well, I'm going to
inhabiting.
pass that information right on and suggest maybe we give a wide enough berth to
Go a
the
wide.
ship.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So you can kind of
Yeah.
maybe take them around it in a different path to avoid it. All right, guys. So I'd say for Nod and Kurza, you guys can do strength and con one more time as you are trying to steer clear of this. Nod's not having much trouble, but he's pulling Kurza, so that's adding to his the awkwardness of trying to. All right, so Kurza, you're having a tough time even kind of just navigating this and athletically keeping up with these others, and you get to a point where you're actually the rope is pulling you pretty much, and because they're going faster than you are, the rope kind of swings and pulls you to where you're floating now nearer to the ship than you had hoped because you were trying to make a wide berth. And so you look down and you see something in the wreckage, and a tentacle comes flinging out towards you and tries to grab your legs.
Ah,
So, 1, 2,
dodge.
let's see. AC 4.
Here we go.
No, I'm AC1.
All right, it misses you as it brushes off of your leg as you are being pulled over this, and a second tentacle swings.
Can I attack it?
Yeah, I'll give you a chance to. So the second tentacle would hit. All right, so this thing grabs your leg, and you can roll initiative. Everyone can roll. You guys would have seen this. You were quite aware of the fact that the ship was a threat. All right, so we've got all of you are in there. Let me get the... Oh, that's all right. Sorry, I gotta get a image for our creature.
Yeah, I'm waiting
giant
for the
ox body.
descriptor. I hope so, and it's not like some ocean version of a black pudding or something.
Don't worry, it's just a 50-foot long octopus.
Well, you're all dead. Seharn swims away.
Yes, Saharn's is like, yeah, that was nice knowing them. They were nice people.
Yeah, right.
Time to go it alone, you know? Time to go it alone. Maybe I should go check on my people and see what's going on. No, but hold on. I'm sorry. Let me get just a placeholder token because I don't have my
That's
token
fine.
with the art real quick. I'm going to throw just a regular one up here. All right, I'm going to put the shadow here for now because I have that handy. And you feel this tentacle, though, that swings out, and I'm going to put it in the turn order. I think one of you are going to go first.
Can I tell you something funny about that image you just put on?
Go for it.
So around here, they're very common to see yard ornaments that are metal cutouts of Sasquatch. Pretty much on that. They're
Yeah.
just all over the place around here.
Yeah, it looks
I've
like
actually
that.
Seen,
It totally looks like that.
Yeah,
I've
Alright.
seen cement statues of Sasquatch doing that.
really.
Yeah. You could probably paint the cement and then just move it around your property if you had a lot of property, maybe, and see if people notice it along the roadway. Just to mess with everybody.
Oh, okay, that's what it is. My bad. 1 second. It is actually Kurza's first to act.
Let's do a magic missile right at the tentacle that's holding me and see if we can sever that sucker.
All right.
Yeah, make it release.
That's right. Hey, you don't have a tentacle there anymore. Too bad.
Yeah. I wonder if our friend the giant sea turtle is still around.
Oh well, that's something you could try to reach out to. All right, you got 8. All right, boom boom. So 8 points of missile
Does
damage.
it release me? That's the question.
Let's see. There's a chance. Let me see. I'll roll and see if there's. It does not though. It's still got a hold of your leg. All right, it is now the creature's turn as it has grabbed a hold of you. Let's see. All right,
You said
so
it has,
I forgot to give you your damage too.
it has hold of your leg, Chris?
Yeah. Well, I was hoping there was no damage. I mean, after all.
At least you're not
I
being
bet you were. I bet you were.
suffocated.
All right, it is not much damage. Let's see.
Only 35 points.
That sounds Oh, okay, so just one. Okay, it's just 1d4. 3 points of damage from the grab as it has grabbed you, and you feel like a sting as it grabs you, and you're going to roll a save. Versus
Poison?
paralyzation.
That's what I was afraid of.
Success. All right, you're able to fight off as you feel sort of like almost an electric shock of this thing as it's trying to paralyze you somehow and pull you towards it. This time though, it is actually reaching out and trying to grab you with another tentacle. And it hits with a second tentacle. All right, so you are going to take 1 more point of damage.
Okay.
And you are going to save 1 more time first paralyzation, please. Failed.
Can I re-roll that and use a...
That's entirely up to you all. I am fine with it if you are.
I don't know. Yeah, no. Go ahead.
They're like, just suck it up, all right? I'm waiting for that session when someone asks to use the fortune and someone else is like, well, no. Uh-oh,
Failed
even
that
worse.
one
Okay.
too.
You have this time felt this shock, and it has just sent your body limp as you are now basically being grabbed by two different tentacles, and it is pulling you towards the shipwreck. All right,
Did you not
Seharn.
re-roll it?
He
you
did.
not
He
re-roll
failed
it? You
worse.
did?
He failed worse.
I didn't see the rolls. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he went from an 11. He failed by 2, and then he failed by 11 on the second roll. So it didn't escalate well, but it's your turn next.
Is it totally cool if, since we don't declare actions, if I change my mind on what I was going to do?
Yeah.
Cool. Is there a whole lot more tentacles coming out as well? Do we have a good view
Oh,
of
let's
this thing?
see. There looks like there might be a total of 4 tentacles visible to you, and 2 of
Right.
them have grabbed him.
I'm going to use the horn, the Triton, and I'm going to try to summon maybe something killer whalish, porpoise-ish, something that a natural enemy that would to come and help attack this thing. If anything within
Oh, okay.
the area. That's going to be my plan.
Got it. So this is the Horn of the Triton
Yes, sir.
that you're using? Okay.
Yeah, 1d4, I believe
Yep.
I wrote down.
I think so. Yeah.
Now, range and such, I don't think we ever talked about. So whether that's in range or what's in there is purely up to you.
Yeah, no, I just think that just means that you're going to be limited to a 300-yard range for,
So,
creatures reached. Yeah, your signal is going out 300 yards in every direction, though.
command.
Let's see, what did you roll? You got, or go ahead and roll a d4, please.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Did you tell me to and I totally ignored you?
I don't remember. I think you said that it was a d4, but and so I didn't tell you to roll one. But
Got it.
all right, in this case, all right. Okay, so you blow the horn. Surprisingly, underwater, it's as loud as it would be on the surface. It seems immune to the submersion, and you do hear this loud ringing from the horn as Seharn blows on it underwater here. And we'll see if that transpires into anything. Nod is next, I believe.
Nod was using his sword, longsword, bloodthirster, and swimming forward to try to attack at this thing, grabbing Kurza.
All right, so you swim back, try to grab Kurza. I think to grab Kurza, let's do a dex check for both of you. And if you both pass, then you're able to grab one another.
Well, I can't grab anybody. I'm paralyzed.
Oh, you're paralyzed. In this case, it'll just be Nod grabbing, and he's got a good enough success. So you can grab him here. I need to mark you as paralyzed because I've...
Floating along behind you like a balloon.
All right. Yeah, and then now what did you want to do? You want to do an attack roll?
Right, yeah, I'll grab him with one hand and attack with the other hand, like with the longsword.
Okay. All right. It is doesn't have a great AC, so it's not the hardest thing to hit. Yeah, that's a hit. Let's see.
Large or small, medium?
That's a good question. Let me double check. Medium. All right. 22 damage from the bloodthirster as he strikes one of the tentacles here. Okay. The tentacle severs and is now floating down upstream of you. Anything else?
That is it. That is my turn.
Okay. All right. Kurza, you are currently paralyzed in this. You only have one of these. Or I'm sorry, you have 2 of these on you. All right. So it is now trying to...
I saved the first. I only failed one of the 2 paralyzations,
Right.
and he just cut 1 tentacle away.
And he
so
just
I
cut
have-
1 tentacle off of you, so you have the 1
Right.
on you, but you got hit twice. All right, so this thing is, yeah, so it's basically you're starting to feel like it is trying to pull you towards it. Just actually let me add this into our.
I think real hard. Die, bastard, die.
I'm just putting in the actual image of it now, if I can. There we go. So I'm gonna delete Sasquatch and put out our actual creature so you can see it. All right, so
Hey, I've seen that on Doctor Who. That Tom Baker episode. He attacked a village.
how did
I
it
think
end?
you're right.
All right, let me put
It
him
got
back
dead.
in to the put him back into the turn order. All right. So if that was your turn, I think you get another save here. Let's see. Yeah, you get another save versus paralyzation
All right.
as it released 1 tentacle from Nod's hit. All right. You feel your body activate again and that you are able to move normally. What would you like to do?
Okay, move away from it.
Well, it still has a hold of you. It's just that the paralyzation
Oh,
effect
well, in
is
that case,
not.
Missile.
Yes, actually. Dang. 10 points this time.
Okay.
Does that sever the leg? That's the real question.
Let's see. No, that does not quite sever that leg, but it took some damage.
Oh, well.
Let's see. Yeah, so no, it still got you, but it has taken some heavy damage. All right. I think then, if that's it, it is now the creature's turn, and it has 2 more tentacles, and now it has 2 more. Well, at least has 1 more target in Nod being around, so it's going to probably aim 1 tentacle at Nod and 1 at Kurza. So I'll do it in that order: Nod and then Kurza. Miss. Terrible rolling. Good timing for their miss. All right, it is Seharn's turn. Oh,
So,
actually, Wayne, can you roll a percentile first for me,
yes, I can do that.
please?
Right there. Hope low is good.
One
Probably not.
hopes.
I'm gonna tell you it's not great. I'm gonna tell you it's not great.
Oh,
Let's see.
wait a minute. Just tell me
Okay.
what happened.
Yeah. So a single dolphin appears
Sweet. Not even
and
a killer whale.
seems
Just
to
a
be
normal
seems to be heeding your
farmhouse
call.
dolphin.
Seems to be
Right?
heeding your call and coming towards you. You're lucky it wasn't a sea lion. I was gonna stick you with the sea lion, which they strongly suggest, but I'm gonna give you a
Oh.
single dolphin instead of a single sea lion.
Or a
And
friendly otter for a change of plan.
it's
Little
unfortunate.
playful otter.
You needed to. You really need. You need a 30. You need 36 or better to get anything meaningful.
Oh.
So,
There is re-rolls, guys, but let's roll with it.
so it's jumping into the turn
Okay.
order and it's swimming in, and it will be able to attack next turn. So
That's good.
it's here. All
Do I
right,
still have a move this
and it's your turn. Yeah, you can act. I just wanted you to be aware that something did respond.
I am coming in with my spear, full speed, 15 swimming, and I'm going to try to right through this tentacle that's got a hold of Kurza here,
Okay.
right? Because
Yeah.
I'm trying to make it let go or
Yeah.
kill it, whatever.
Yeah, it's already taken some damage, so at this point doesn't have a lot left. That particular tentacle.
That would be spear, one-handed, roll to hit.
Oh, good hit. Good hit.
Mhm.
Okay, so the spear lands, and let's see how much damage it does.
I do a mere d6, unless this is a large creature.
It's medium. Yeah.
That's what I'm
1 point of damage. It's
Yeah.
it's nicked it some, but it's still holding on barely.
speeding by, right? You
Yeah.
get like yeah. I
One
took off the
point.
first layer of skin.
It's a tough one, trying to slice it with a spear, maybe. But you still hit it. Alright. I think then if that's it, I think Nod is up.
Well, Nod is going to join you, Seharn, and swim up here and aim for. Well, do the tentacles need to go, or do we want to aim for the main body?
I don't know. Are we forgetting about our NPCs, by the way? Or are they just gonna
Probably.
Yeah,
stay up
I didn't engage
harm's
them.
way?
Again, if you guys, yeah, I keep them out unless you guys bring them in. All
I
right,
guess
so
Nod will go for the main body.
Do it.
okay, all right, go ahead and oh my goodness. All
-8.
right, so
Dang.
he goes in tight for a hit and basically completely slices through a main part of its body. I would say torso, but it doesn't really have a torso.
Is it large
So
or medium?
it's
Or small?
medium, yeah.
Ah,
You
You
rolled a
hit one of its
17.
9
21.
brains.
All right, so he slashes this thing, and you see at this point, like you had seen some sort of dark liquid pour out of the other wounds on the tentacles that seem like these little dark clouds. But when Nod slices this thing, this time it's like the water turns black and dark in this area, and you can actually not see in this radius that you guys are all in right now because the water has filled with dark liquid.
Of course,
So,
'cause we're all in close quarters with the dang thing.
yeah, where is the? I think I can put it on here. There we go. Ellipse. So there we go. Okay, so it's in the blood's in the water, so to speak, and that would be it. I think it's Kurza next.
Oh, let's give it to the main body. Give it 9 more.
Oh, okay, main body. All right, main
Yeah.
body. Let me move this for a second and
How do you
update.
know?
So we got, well, at this point, yeah, he would. It's a magic missile, so I guess it's dialed in once you had vision on it. So if it's 9, yeah, 30. Okay. All right.
And
And
then I don't have any. Am I still grabbed by one tentacle, or did that? No, we took
if you're
10
aiming for the
points and
main
then
body,
more.
then you are still grabbed by one tentacle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. We might as well. It's getting. It wants to play serious, so
Yeah,
it's
you
time
guys
to
have escalated
kill
with
it
it.
off now.
All right. So in the franticness of this darkness, you feel the creature, the dolphin, actually grab you, Kurza, and try to pull you from the grip of the creature. So I'm gonna have him roll versus. Oh, okay. All right, you get broken free, and you feel it as it pulls you pretty fast. It's kind of like swimming with Seharn. Pulls you to the point where you're kind of outside of the darkness now and away from it pretty quickly. So back into the darkness, this thing is going to swing at its only nearest targets. So it's got two. Let's see, 2 attacks. Oh
Can you
man.
see in its darkness?
Well, not particularly. It's kind of blind fighting, but it didn't matter because it rolled horribly. I rolled a 4, and a 6.
Good news. I like that.
Saharn would be
Good.
next.
Oh, totally blacked out here.
Yeah, it's like blind fighting, right? It's like darkness has been cast. That's how dark the fluid from this creature is, and how difficult it is to see.
I'm gonna reach out because I was right there near Kurza with this grab tentacle and see what I can try to get a hold of something so I could maybe attack it. Right now you say I'm totally blind, right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to assume what was in front of me a moment ago might still be there within arm's reach.
Yep. Yeah.
Try to
It's just
grab
blind.
something?
Yeah. It's just blind fighting. Yeah.
And if it feels like tentacle, I'm gonna try to just stab it with my spear.
Okay. All right. So your attack roll takes a negative basically. It's -4.
I can't
Well,
get the character sheet.
the
Hold on.
darkness probably doesn't even affect the dolphin because he's got sonar. So the dolphin can probably see quite nicely still.
Yeah. He
Right.
senses his way. No problem.
Am I
Yeah.
fighting with the -4?
Yeah. -4.
I
Yeah.
thought it was -2 for blind fighting.
No.
it's
No.
4.
It's 4. It is.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Wow,
It's pretty rough. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's ugly.
But
And
I
I
mean,
rolled-
that would have been a. He rolled a 2. I don't know. Do you want to re-roll it? Do you want to do spend another fortune? You got about 15 minutes left.
I
Nudge,
want to
nudge.
save
All
it
right.
in case
All
something
right.
catastrophic happens to somebody.
Okay. All right. So it's then, I believe, Nod's turn next.
Nod is going to kind of utilize his blind fighting, I guess, in this scenario.
Yeah, so that drops it to a -2 instead of
Right,
a
instead of, yeah. Oh, I didn't do any minuses, so it would be a 9 AC.
AC 9? That's a miss.
This would be the time. This could be the time for, I rolled a 2, right?
Yeah, you rolled as badly almost as you could. Yeah.
What's your guaranteed hit number? Like 5?
For him,
Because that
I
would
think
totally justify a reroll.
for
Yeah, I think
Nod,
you're probably
it's
right.
like a
It'd be like a 75% chance, right?
it's
of
like a
a
7 or
positive roll.
something. I think he needs. Yeah, it's like it's
Right, yeah, even then you're saying it's like a 65%.
yeah, it's like
chance to roll
60
as well.
something. Yeah, exactly.
The odds are there. Go for it. As far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I'm fine.
Alright, so our last fortune.
Sure.
No,
Okay.
we're at 2, don't we? I thought
We
Chris
re-rolled one of the
Chris
things.
used.
I use one.
Oh,
that's
okay.
it. There's
So
still 2.
yeah,
So
2 more. Yeah, there you go. That was actually a great use. All right. So even with the negative, this will hit. All right. You have actually killed the creature with that shot.
Hey, fresh octopus. What do you know?
And
every
For lunch.
every time we play, I have to keep laughing at this character because I'm having fun just watching the shit you do. 20s, bam, boom, every time.
oh, I
Both
know.
doors
Yeah,
on hinges.
he's built to do damage, man. He's built to do damage.
Uh-huh.
And he does, and it's beautiful. Which is why it's like because like you don't always have. He is like a fighter thief, really, if you think about that.
Yeah.
That's the way I think of Nod. He's like a fighter thief because he's got such exceptional strength. It is like having a fighter. So with the slice here, eventually that fluid that's in the water, I need you guys to all roll a save versus poison.
Please, Mr. DM. This is where we just all fail and choke to death.
We have one astonishing fortune left. Let's see if it gets used here.
Poison?
Yeah, save versus poison. Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Fail. It's a good start.
Is this a normal poison or is this a magical poison?
Normal.
If it is a normal poison, I am immune to it.
Okay. All right. Then
The
Whoa.
Amulet of Serpents.
beautiful.
Nice.
So now you could use one of your fortune for one of you to avoid the negative effect.
What, Chris, did you make it or no?
No, I failed.
So did I.
Yeah, you
I
both
have a
failed.
target.
You both failed.
Yeah. I have a
Um,
target of 9.
one of you failed
I
by
have like a-
5. Yeah, Wayne failed by 5, and Kurza failed by 7. Kurza has
Yeah.
a higher or a more difficult roll. So if you were gonna redo it, you should probably have Seharn roll it because Seharn has a better than 50% chance, whereas Kurza does not.
Okay,
Just
whichever.
Okay? All right.
Yeah.
I hope this doesn't leave you in the winds, buddy, but I am taking it then. 9 or higher, 55% chance.
Oh, all right. He failed by 3 this time. Okay, so you guys will both this effect.
Die.
Well, it's probably damage, and then we have to roll again. And
Okay, so you feel that you are going to take 1 hit point of damage, each of you,
No.
and your skin, it starts to burn, and in addition to that, it feels like your skin is like flaking off, almost as if it is decaying.
Yeah.
Ew.
Right out of spells.
So this is you. I'm gonna put this on both of you guys.
Thank you.
The
tattoo peeling off.
Oh, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
more the flesh around
Oh,
it though is like flaking off and almost and just decaying. So one other thing that you all might notice at this point is that this was not an octopus. And in fact, after all of the things that have happened, you got a good look at it, and it was actually a here, I'll make it larger so you can see it, but it's a
thing from Dr.
fungus-looking creature.
Oh.
looks like a tree.
It starts to remind you of some of the fungus that you saw in the depths. And it seems odd to you that something from that deep would be up here. So I think that would be probably the biggest takeaway from the interaction, is that fungal creatures have now leaked into the Sea of Fallen Stars and are comfortable attacking from the seafloor for now. And so the spread of whatever has taken over the Underdark has reached you all. And so yeah, so this is definitely something that like you wouldn't see this far up at the surface level.
Okay.
So anyway, it has been defeated though.
Yeah. Things have been corrupted.
Yeah, and the two of you feel that effect, that burning effect on your skin. You know, it just does not go away, and you will continue to have some persistent effects until you can treat it. So,
We rub it on the ocean, but if we get out of the pool, by the way, is the current dissipating this thing, or is this kind of a dead water zone?
there's a light current, so things do move. It doesn't stay stagnant, but so you do have to swim against it a little bit too, which is why you're rolling more checks when you go this direction.
Okay. Getting out into clear water, then trying to rub it off my skin.
Yeah, it seems like that when you start rubbing your skin, it starts peeling off at like an alarming rate. When you rub it and push on it and scratch your skin, it's coming off faster. It starts to get to the point that it wears down to very sensitive, like first layer of skin quickly.
Excellent. That just caused more damage to myself.
Yeah, we're gonna give you another point of damage for scratching it. You're not supposed to scratch it.
Thank you.
Now you guys can reach the hole. If you want to sprint this last bit, you could strength it out and just do 2 strength checks. If you've got a different plan or something else you want to do to speed that along, I think probably the best thing is to get yourselves to dryness at least, unless you're wanting to turn back now or do something different.
Can I just walk?
You could certainly, try to walk. It's going to be slower than swimming, but you might as well try to swim, and then if it comes down to it, Nod could probably pull you through.
Oh, I'm just thinking.
If you wanted to, you could
with my strength score, it might just be faster to walk.
Yeah, what I would offer is if you wanted to grab a hold of Nod, you could just grab a hold of Nod, and then his rolls could carry you.
Okay, that works.
If Nod's okay with that.
He had grabbed me anyways.
Yeah, if Nod's cool with that, then I think you guys he can grab and do the strength rolls. which means you could get there for the most part. I don't think there's any obstacles at this point. In fact, you
I'm
get
only
there very
98
quickly.
pounds.
You're
Well-
you're like a barrel of Pilsner, to Nod. You're lightweight, nothing. All
I
right, so
think the Pilsner weighs more, honestly.
it used to.
Yeah,
It's
you must
been
be
it's been.
extremely thin.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
he's
you're
thin.
like 4. Yeah, he's 4 inches taller than Seharn, and we're almost the same weight. I
Yeah,
weigh
he's
99.
he's probably deathly thin, which makes sense for like a wizard. They just got to be a little
Yeah.
off, something like that. But the dolphin will also assist you here and push you guys towards the hole and lead you to your cave of refuge that it has become. I think it's. Let me see if I have it.
Is this the cave that we stole existence?
Yeah, you had made like a sub cave of the larger cave to protect yourselves and heal up. Is that where you're going, right? That's where you guys are trying to go to?
Believe so, right? Is that where
Okay.
we're going?
Underground.
guess
To
so.
hiding?
So it was. I'm just trying to remember which artwork it was that we used. Oh, it's probably one of these two.
I don't know.
I'm talking to myself because I'm trying to find it on my screen. Wow, I have a lot of cave art. You guys have been in a lot of caves.
I know what it looked like in my mind's eye.
Here we go. This
It's
was. I
fine.
think it's one of these two.
That's it.
There we go. Okay. All right. Back to the cave. All right. And even to your little sanctuary that you had created, your carved out corner of the cave, you're able to find your way back there. And I suppose that you're going to rest again and recover and identify and all of that fun stuff.
Yeah. I suggest try a little bit of alcoholic beverage as apply it to the sting point and neutralize it.
Well,
I mean,
you're going to do some damage to yourself. Let's see.
Just by pouring it on.
Yeah, 2 points of damage as you pour this on to your skin.
Really?
It seems to get irritated and burn more from anything touching
Wow.
it. Despite that, though, you have found this dry place. You're back, I think, into this corner. I think, what else was it? You were going to do identification. I can't remember what else I was going to tell you, but regardless, we're at the end of the session, and so I think what we'll do is I know what I was going to tell you. Seharn, you will have leveled up for next session.
Really?
Yeah.
Good to know.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You
So
think a cure? I'm going to try to cure and see if my friend feels better. Prayer of purity.
okay.
Cure light.
Let's
See if it
cure light.
helps.
Okay.
And depending on his response, I may try a stronger version of cure spells.
Okay, so
Probably not going to work, but
so the cure light wounds, you can roll his hit point recovery, and then the prayer
2d4.
6 for you. That's good. And then the
Uh,
prayer will give you Kurza another chance to save versus
Versus poison.
poison.
All right.
Yep.
Success. Yeah.
There you go. So you have successfully shaken the effect of the poison. Your skin starts to settle back into its regular form. It's not melting in front of your eyes now. So that is
Yay.
well done.
Thank you. Thank you, Sahar.
Yeah, so I think that leaves us at the end of the session. I will get a list together for you, Kurza. I think you're going to do identification. If you want to give me a list of what you want to identify, I will. I'll have that ready for next session so that you can see all the new goodies and
Well,
distribute at the
wait.
beginning.
Identify all the new loot and then identify some of the old loot. How's
So I know what the new loot was, but I could not begin to tell you what where the old loot is and ends and all that. So,
So,
like
do
I know
would
all the other stuff.
if I'm able to not cure myself with a prayer, I need to suffer the night in pain. Is that like what kind of effects that going to have on me?
It's just gonna be an irritating burning, and it'll escalate at a certain point.
Okay.
But for now, it's just a matter of pain tolerance.
Yeah. Okay. Then I can maybe, let's say, start next session off minus a spell slot and be okay. And
Sure.
that'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
You know, we had planned on leaving early, James. John was going to go in, take a rest, and then quit around 11:30 ish. You know, and just carry on. And then, yeah,
I mean, you
that's
know,
it.
things happen. You guys avoided some pitfalls by skipping out of the tower, and of course, you know, some other things found you. But for the most part, hey, pretty good session. I mean, you turned over some of the final stones inside the tower, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you kind of have more information about what was going on. You know where Veridis is, where the crown is. You found another
And,
portal.
How long since they attacked the tower?
Yeah,
When
you
the-
have
when the-
exact information that shows when they were disrupted and how long
Mhm.
they've been corrupted, and kind of starts to explain and fill in some blanks for you. So yeah, I mean, I thought it was great. You know, but like I said, you avoided confrontation for as long as you could, and I mean, in the end of it, it's not too bad.
You have to expect
Yeah.
those things.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Although, I mean, your Horn of Tritons. So, man, if you had re-rolled that, there's some cool stuff in there. There is some
Yeah.
really, really cool stuff in there. So I'm excited for you to be able to use that again, you know, in the future and get something more than a dolphin. But the dolphin actually turned out to help you quite a bit. So
Yeah.
good stuff. We'll see if hopefully we can do it again next week. I'm available if you all
Should
are,
be.
and we'll see if we get some more players. It's always fun. But thanks, guys.
Yeah, but I
All
really
right.
want
Cool.
Molly and Adam and him to show up. Yeah.
Yeah, I like when we have a full slate. I love it. I love when we have a full
yeah.
slate. But I love just playing. So thanks for making the time, guys. It's always
Thank
fun.
you for
Oh, yeah, no,
being here.
thanks for hosting or DMing.
Yeah,
Hell
really.
yeah.
Sure.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Right.
All right,
Maybe
guys. Have a
next
good
session
weekend.
we'll make it.
You do the same.
Take
Bye.
care. We'll see ya.
That tale was mostly true, and this one's mostly too. For the sea remembers you, but forgets the lies you knew. Oh, they say we're wanted in Procampur. They say our luck is running out. When you get lost in the Underdark, will anyone hear you shout? Do you ever stop and wonder what's beneath the sea of fallen stars?